231. That's the average number of apps used by many companies. This leads to a lot of context switching that can distract employees and costs your company. Luckily, Grammarly can help. Grammarly's AI works in over 500,000 apps and websites, making it easy for your team to crank out clear, on-brand emails, documents, messages, and more. In just one click, they can go from blank page to first draft, all without leaving the page they're on. Grammarly has 15 years of experience building effective, secure AI that can be implemented in days with minimal IT overhead. It goes beyond basic grammar to help tailor writing to specific audiences, whether that means adding an executive summary, fine-tuning tone, or cutting out jargon. Join 70,000 teams who save an average of $5,000 per employee per year using Grammarly. Go to grammarly.com/enterprise to learn more. Grammarly, enterprise-ready AI.
Welcome to Meeting Malcolmus, a pavement podcast. Hey, it's JD here, back for another week, rifling my fingers through the Rolodex that is the canon of seminal indie rock band Pavement, with the hopes of someday, perhaps, maybe, meeting Malcolmus. I've got my tickets in my hand. We'll see. Glad you could stop by this week. I don't have much on my mind. I just ate an edible and sat down to record. May have made a mistake because I did it on an empty stomach. And I'm going to see my psychiatrist in an hour. So there's that. I'll let you know how that turns out. Danger. Danger. Danger lurking in every crevasse. Listen, we're talking about Brink of the Clouds today. And I gotta tell you, it's not one of my favorites. This is a B-side coming from the Rattled by La Rush EP that was released in March of 95. It's the first track on the second side of the record. I've got a couple versions of this. It's jammy in nature, sort of, not jammy, but it's really structurally reminiscent of the, maybe the second Demolition Plot, like the second or Perfect Sound Forever, third EP, in that it's like an idea, but it doesn't feel fleshed out. It doesn't feel like a complete song. And as such, it doesn't hook me. It doesn't reel me in. You know what it takes to reel me in at this point. I like a complete sounding song. I'm okay with, the jam. I got a buzz in my ear. I hope it's not coming through on the tape, but I got a buzz in my ear on these fucking headphones that I spent way too much money on. And if they're euchred, that would totally suck. But let me know, JD at meetingmalcolmus.com, if you got a buzz coming through, like a rattle, sort of. A rattle by La Rush. Let's listen to Brink of the Clouds. Better still, let's listen to a live version from, I don't know, it's this, I downloaded this YouTube concert. Live from the Palace, April 4th, 1994. And then I turned it into a playlist, and it's a really good show. It's a fucking great show. There's a couple of you that have reached out and said that you didn't realize the live Pavement was so good. And they, were as playful as they were with the songs. Well, they were. This is a more straight ahead version of Brink of the Clouds, but I've got the Candy Lad version too that we'll listen to afterwards, and that's a little bit more strange. I think that's a Peel Session one. I'll look at my notes while we listen to this one. Anyway, this is Brink of the Clouds live from the Palace on Meeting Malcolmus, our Pavement podcast.
while you wait. Head for my dodge, coasting so clear. See what they wanna make of me now. I don't ask for much, only sympathy shots. Go for it now. Come on down to the big dig. See what it takes for you to dance. One thing they say, it's not hard to fornicate in sessions that breathe like a panther. But before you go, you gotta hit and let it soak up to you. Ask it once, don't beg my love is kind for the truth and the daggers that speak.
Well, are you ready? Listen, they kick into a fucking rollicking version of Unfair from there, and it really works well together. I do think that the live version there is a little bit more fun. I like some of the play that's going on, that Bob is contributing. And, in the live setting, I think it's kind of cool. And then of course, Malcolm's voice live is, just tremendous. It's just out there and giving it everything he's got. And, so it lends some credence to the song that I don't think, the studio cut has in the same way. I don't know. That's just me. What do you think? JD@meetingmalcolmist.com. Let's listen to the real version, the studio version from side 2 of Rattled by the Rush, Brink of the Clouds. Here you go.
It's off.
Let's just let that sit there for a second. Yeah. Maybe it's because I'm kicking into second gear here now. I don't know. But I sort of dug that more than I normally do. I was riveted to the last 30 seconds there. As it gets quieter, I was leaning closer to the computer screen, which really makes no sense because the sound is coming out of my earphones. And the sound sounds clean on the audio, on the music. So maybe it's my fucking microphone, which would really suck because I can't afford another one of these bad boys. I'm using a Shure SM7B, and it's a beautiful mic. It's a gorgeous mic. It makes me envious. It makes me envious of its neighbors and the area that it lives in. So there's that. Listen, I got emails and I want to share a couple with you because I'm a little behind on this. So let me share a couple with you. Okay, here's one. This is my friend Tim from Portland. And he says, "Hey, JD, once again, thanks for doing what you do with the pod. It's not a small feat. If necessary, tell your wife thanks too. I really enjoy hearing stories about the fans' first introduction to Pavement, so here's mine. My first insight to them was via CMJ, College Music Journal, which was the mag at the time to find out about new, often really good music. And there was a review on Crooked Rain. This was when I lived in Southern California, in the Southern California city of San Diego. Sorry for the jab. It doesn't get much more Southern California than San Diego, does it? On my next visit to Tower Records, I picked up Crooked Rain, played it to death, and bought everything I could from them. I was fresh out of college, and although I didn't know it, was seeking out this style of music. The non-sequitur lyrics, scratchy guitar, drums, and percussion, and the consciously loose style. For me, it was an artsy slacker's dream come true. Quickly, I took on playing Silent Kid when embarking on a road trip or when I moved into a new place or the beginning of anything new and epic in life. I highly recommend this. So that was 94. And unfortunately, I didn't get to see them play until 96 at SDSU's Montezuma Hall for the Wowie Zowie tour. I made all my close friends go, and it was great. Silkworm opened and came out on stage in vintage Navy uniforms like from the 30s or 40s, which to me, it was as goofy as can be, like too playful and too formal at the same time. I almost couldn't take them seriously, and today I don't recall their music whatsoever. Pavement finally came on stage, and lo and behold, they were wearing camo military fatigue stuff mismatched, not seeming to be serious, likely not sober like us. I later assumed they hit a military surplus store, perhaps that day, as it was their first show back from a tour in Japan. At least that's what I remember SM saying. I was floored when they started with Silence Kid, and I couldn't have been happier. It was so good. So good. I believe it was during their encore when SM said something like, "Yeah, San Diego seems okay. What do you guys think?" "Yeah, okay, well, let's fuzz out San Diego." And they proceeded to play an extra loud, extra fast, extra everything version of Unfair. I could have died then and there, and it all would have been fine. I continued to see them play over the next few years, maybe 6 times, even later in 2010 for the reunion show at the Hollywood Bowl, where I was dying for SM to play with Sonic Youth or Thurston to play with Pavement. I'm still kind of pissed this didn't happen. It would have been amazing. No show ever captured the first time I saw them play. What a drug this band has been for me. In fact, one show was more or less a flop when Eyebolt stopped playing and didn't proceed. I think that was Panoma, but I didn't care. I'd go see them play tomorrow if I could. Maybe this June. Keep up the good work with the pod.
Jonathan Peele. 1, 2, 3, 4. wait? Head for my door, baby, 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 baby. I know what you want, I know what I want. Have some that you leave. One rosy ray on your neck. It's criminal when you read. I saw fame and fortune and everything that goes with it in my palm, and the rice wine that we drank, it disintegrated in a laser storm, and the pickups on my guitar are rusty, but so is my scabbard knee. For me, candy lad, candy lad, candy lad, candy lad, candy lad. He's a candy lad. He's a lad made of candy. He's a rat. He's a lad made of candy. Bring it up, boys. He's a lad. Candy lad. He's a lad made of candy. Candy lad. He's a lad made of candy. Candy lad. He's a lad made of candy. And the sugar and spice in his armpits is twice as nice as the caramel between his toes.
Oh boy. Try and keep that out of your ear holes for the rest of the day. You're going to be singing Candy Lad, and you're going to attach it to every song you hear. But then you're going to think, caramel between toes? Gross. Maybe that's just me. Anyway, that's what I got for you this week. That's Brink of the Clouds. Again, not one of my favorites, but integral nevertheless to this mission, this journey that we are on, to listen to every Pavement song week over week in chronological order. Next week we've got False Scorpion. I hope you're here for it. Check ya. Meeting Malcolmus, a Pavement podcast, is a weekly affair. Connect with JD at meetingmalcolmus.com. Please support the pod by rating, reviewing, or sponsoring us at meetingmalcolmus.com. And hey, I'm social. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook at Meeting Malcolmus.